Are you ready to experience an elevation one mortals may never comprehend, perhaps never will?
Alright people, it's Agent Erie here, and I'm going to review AEW Dark Elevation of the episode 19th of December of the year 2022. And the first match, a quick one, Marina Shafir versus a girl who I believe is a newcomer, Jasmine Allure. Seemed like a decent individual, but just like all of them that come before, Shafir was destroyed. And I will say this, when Shafir came out, she was squat dancing. She ends up making this poor girl tap out. She gets her in what looks to be a shoulder / wrist lock, made her tap out. And there you go. What was odd is no Vicky, no Nyla Rose with her. The bunny, Sakura, company with Penelope Ford versus Lady Bird Monroe and Gigi Ray. I don't know the last two ladies. They must be new. But Emmy, she starts off the match healing like all heels must do, and instead of locking up with Lady Bird Monroe, just flips her hair, ignores her. Bunny would get, I believe it was also Lady Bird Monroe in a triangle choke, and as you can see on the screen, Emmy Sakura is having tea. So I mean, she can have tea not only as she's sitting on people, but she can also have it as other people are suffering. The bunny and Emmy Sakura would finish the match by the bunny doing what looks to be the eye of the hurricane. I don't know what the bunny calls it. And then Sakura, she does the crossroads. The bunny is a legal woman, pins Lady Bird Monroe 1, 2, 3, and that's your match. And then she decides to pose. So would Emmy, and then for some odd reason Emmy steps away. And then it turns out it's because she wants to force the ref to kneel before her so she could sit on him. Yeah, I feel bad for this man. Billy Simpleton here, he says otherwise that he should kneel before his queen. I know that it's Billy. What more do you expect from Billy? This is like a 12-man match. We got the Trustbusters and the Wingmen with Top Flight, Keniske Takeshita, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and Ethan Page and Peter Avalon. They attack the Martin brothers in the beginning of the match. But then later, Isaiah Cassidy, he gets in I would say a compromising spot. He'd jump over Sunny Kiss and then twerk in front of Sunny Kiss. This led Sunny Kiss to become enraged. Then, I don't know, there's this spot. I mean, usually when Top Flight and Takeshita would do these spots, or any other wrestler would do these spots, I would not find it as funny. But first, there was Darius Martin that dove out and hit and took down all the Wingmen and the Trustbusters. Then Dante Martin did the same thing, took everybody out. Then they had Takeshita dive and take everybody out. The thing is, Cesar Bononi was one of the people who weren't even that close. It almost felt like he had to fall. He's a very sympathetic individual. What more can you say? Isaiah Cassidy does a swanton bomb on Peter Avalon. And as he did it, Mr. All Ego Ethan Page asked to be tagged in. Isaiah, though a little hesitant, did tag him in. Ethan Page came in, he did all these weird taunts, and I didn't understand why he was doing that, and guess what? He was imitating Matt Hardy before he does the Twist of Fate, and he too did the Twist of Fate. Obviously, this made Matt Hardy pretty angry. He pins Peter Avalon, 1, 2, 3, the match is won, but Matt Hardy pretty angry. Next, we have Hagane Shino with Steven Andrews, and they're fighting Eddie Kingston and Ortiz. Andrew starts off against Ortiz. They go off, couple strikes here and there. It's mostly Ortiz mocking Andrews. Then Eddie Kingston comes in, and when he gets tagged in, so does Hagane. Now, I don't know if these guys knew each other, but they start exchanging stiff shots. And then eventually, I don't know what happens, but it looks like Kingston tries to pin Hagane, and Hagane, he gets out, Kingston slaps him, and then Hagane slaps him back, and they get in a little slap sequence. I don't understand that. This is probably the weirdest thing I ever seen Kingston do, and I mean, that's saying something, right? Well, the match, it ends up with Eddie Kingston doing a DDT to Andrews, and then Ortiz doing what looks like a reverse roll-up or a reverse jackknife pin. He pins him 1, 2, 3. To me, kind of seemed a little anticlimactic, but what can you do? They then proceed to both swivel over Andrew's unconscious body. The co-main event was for the ROH Women's World Championship title, and it's the champ Athena, and she fights Lander's alien gimmick Vert Vixen. Athena, like always, very aggressive, starts off very aggressive. I believe there was a little offense by Vert Vixen, but this match was mostly Athena. She finishes her with a brutal crossface. Vert Vixen taps out. She stretches her out as she's doing that crossface. Very intense. After the tap out, Athena continues on the offense and basically grabs Vert Vixen's face and then smashes it on the belt. Then she tries to DDT her on top of the belt, but kind of misses, and it hits the ring. Well, whatever. She's beating her unconscious body, and I mean, this is Athena. This is how she rolls. Then the main event. We got the ROH Pure Champion Yuta and the ROH World Champion Claudiocastagnoli, and they're fighting the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake. Yuta and Anthony, they start off in a little technical sequence. Cesaro, he eventually gets tagged in, fights JD Drake. He spams the Swiss uppercuts, or the armpit uppercuts as I call them, and he does it to where he's just launching himself onto JD Drake like if he was a Swiss Superman. At least he's loyal to his gimmick. Cesaro eventually body slams JD Drake and then does the big swing to JD Drake, forcing that man to tap out. Cesaro and Yuta win, and there you have it, people. It's the end of AEW Dark Elevation. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Just like always, have a good night. But to all my haters, cry yourself to sleep.